You know, I could be blind and I still would have seen this coming. Cracker Barrel is switching their logo back to their original one. Now, this is not a shock because they had quite the negative reviews online. And as a matter of fact, they lost 100 million in stock value too. I don't know why they thought this would be a good idea to change their logo to a very minimalist and very boring logo.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Masino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be
thank
here.
You
thank
for
you again.
answering those questions for all the Cracker Barrel fans out there. There's a lot of great changes.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Robin?
Can I get in writing that the peg game is going to stay?
The peg game is staying.
Okay.
So are the rocking chairs,
And the
fireplace, vintage decor. It's all there.
All right. Okay, because that would be a deal breaker. That would be a deal breaker.
Who does she think she's fooling with that statement? Did she really think that we were going to believe that there was positive reviews? They were legit getting slammed in the gutter online. Like it was a disgrace, an abomination what they were doing. Where are the positive reviews? Because I don't see them. Now, this is what I don't understand, why these big multi-billion-dollar corporations are doing one to like revamp their style. It's not working. We've seen multiple companies fail miserably because of this. Now, the reason why Cracker Barrel was just such a big thing, why I got such an uproar about them changing the logo, is because of the nostalgia. Like, I haven't been to Cracker Barrel that many times. I can literally probably count on my hand how many times I've been to Cracker Barrel. When I think of Cracker Barrel, I think of the long road trips that me and my family would take to go visit my great grandma in Louisiana. We would always stop at a Cracker Barrel in like Beaumont, Texas, or something, like somewhere towards East Texas, right? And it's just that nostalgia feeling, just going in there, you know. It's just that nice old home fashion cooked meal. It's just a homey vibe. When you walk in, you have the little store, and you got those horrible chairs too. But that is just the feel, the nostalgia about it. And now you want to change that to just make it just very sterile. That who would have thought this was a good idea? And now the true winners in this, my God, are the marketing companies out there that got these, they just scammed these people. Because how the hell do these marketing companies just come out and decide to do the bare minimum, be like, okay, we're gonna do just this bold font and just make it look super, super plain, and this is going to take off? Like, and how do they just make these multi-million-dollar people just sign off on that? Be like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because I feel like the regular person would just, simple thing, they'll just stop and say, why are we doing that? That's literally all it takes. All it would have took was just a random person sitting in that office when they're being presented the new logo. Okay, guys, we're just gonna take the charm away from Cracker Barrel, right? Get this, and we're just gonna do this big bold font and just like this shape behind it, and that's it. All it would have taken was just for one person in that office, after they heard that spiel from the marketing agency, but why? That's literally all they had to say, and I guarantee you they probably wouldn't even have an answer to why. But you just see the trend of multiple companies trying to do that cheeky, just minimalistic, and just boring box stores. And it's very boring. It's very boring to see things like that, because you don't see the charm anymore. Like, for example, like turning the Taco Bell into this big white and gray store, big box white and gray store. It's just things like that, turning the McDonald's into another box store as well. Like, where's the charm when it had that cool looking roof, right? The charm of having the playground there. That's what we meant. It's the nostalgia about things like that. And when you try to take that away from the people, you're going to get a lot of backlash. And as you can see, another thing I do want to bring up in this is the fact that we have a lot more pull than we really just take ourselves for granted for, if you really think about it. Because think about how our voices were really heard on this. They're like, and they did a smart thing, by the way, to actually be like, you know what, guys, this was a bad mistake. So let's just go ahead and just go back to the old logo and just call it that. Now, they did it really fast, which is kudos to them, because I feel like they would have really lost even more money because of that. Because you have people who actually really go to Cracker Barrel. They hated it. And then obviously you have the haters who don't even go to, they never been to Cracker Barrel in their life, or maybe once. And they hate it. They're just going to hate it. So this was actually a really good thing that they were able to just come out and be like, hey, look, we were wrong. We listened to y'all. And we're just going to go back to the original logo. Nah, but that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Other than that, we'll see you later. Peace.